Hello guys, this is StormRunner Gaming, and today I'm back with some more Cosmoteer, and in this episode I'll be actually looking at the three different types of thrusters inside of the game. And well, what prompted me to do this episode was, well, one of my more recent builds, the cannon test, or the $1 million wall I had. Which one is it? It is this version. Here it is. Alright. So originally I had put large thrusters on this for I guess just thrust, because when you're playing the game you just think they're the best, you know, don't really question it, like, oh, I'll just put them on a build. But then I tried and put the medium ones on and the small ones on it. So I have three different versions here with the three different thrusters, and it's quite interesting actually what I found. First off, something you can notice between the three different versions of it is, of course, the price. The large thruster ones costing $4,000 each make it close to $1 million. The medium thrusters bring it down a couple thousand, like. And then the small thrusters, which is the biggest change, they're only $500 each, so it's a $50,000 deficit you got there, or more money you can spend on, I guess, guns or an armor or something, which I think is, you could put a lot of money into like another gun or something, which could really help in the long run in a battle. But anyways, I mean, one of the things I'd also want to do is see if we can move each one of them out while we have it paused so they all start at the same time. Move it out up there, and let's see. Yeah, I don't know why he went backwards, but both of those are flooring it forwards, and the medium one going much faster than the large thruster one, and it saves money too. And then the interesting thing is, you'd think the small thrusters wouldn't have as much power pushing it, or couldn't get it up to the same speed. But it looks as if, even though it did start going backwards for a second, it's almost the same speed as the large thrusters. You're saving about $50,000, give or take a bit, like what, $5,000, but all that money saved for just a small decrease in mobility. But then again, if you still want more mobility from the smaller thrusters, you could always add more in with like little trees of thrusters, like just spam them down here. I don't know. It all depends on the build you're using. I mean, of course, the smaller ones they may take more crew to run. That's one thing that might be a disadvantage for them, just because there's so many more of them than the large thrusters. But I also have another build I switched out the large thrusters on for the medium and small thrusters, so I'm going to go jump into them, so I'll be right back. Alright, after digging through my inventory of ships for a while, I finally found the three I wanted. These are my missile kiter ships. This is the original one, and one of the interesting things in this design is actually the space for the thrusters that we've got here. The large ones actually do take up a lot of space this way, with the where you're not able to place anything else, but the smaller ones and the medium ones both take up less and less space. This one gives you one more room up here, so you're able to, I guess, have more space in here. So, and especially with the small ones, it's a noticeable difference between the big thrusters and the small thrusters we've got here with the space you have here. So if you're looking to have inside thrusters like in a build, which I've been wanting to do more of, but I might be able to do that in a later video. Anyways, you're able to need less space here to have the thrusters pointing backwards and forwards. But now you're going to race the three up the map and see if it is still true that the let's see, the medium thrusters might be faster. Alright, let's go. Now, why did he back up? That's an interesting result, actually. I didn't really expect it. Well, he backed up for some reason. I'll try this one more time for you guys and see if I can get differing results. And the one thing I can't do is put them all together and just like one of these and move them to a spot. I mean, I can select all of them and see where they're going so they're about the same spot. But I don't want them each other to influence their movement speed. But now all three of them are firing forwards. And one of the things you really want to look at with a kiting ship is the speed of it. So of course the smaller thrusters right here are a big disadvantage for the kiting ship, just because you could be caught much faster with that. But I mean, you do save more money, so I assume you would be able to put more on there. But then it's a big hassle to I guess find space for that, because it'd get longer and longer across the back of it, unless you've made like tiers of it. But it seems for a like a kiting type of ship, the large thrusters actually might be the better bet, which I wasn't expecting that, because the other ship showed that the mediums were faster. I can go and bring them all to the same price point of $1 million with thrusters and see actually which one would be the fastest for the same price. So I'll go modify each one of these ships and see which one is actually the fastest for the same price. So be right back with that. And after a couple minutes of rebuilding them, I've finally gotten them each to a similar price point of $1 million. So we can go set them off and see where each one sets at the same price point, of course. So launch them out to space. And actually, you can see what I was saying about the small thrusters here. Look how far they're stretching across the back of this. And I actually had to put another crew quarters in there so that there was enough people to supply each one of these. Because walking back and forth and moving it out here was another thing I had to do to be able to keep these running while it went. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're doing more small thrusters than less big thrusters. You're probably going to need more crew, but then again you can afford more because they're much cheaper. But I'm going to stop blabbering along and see which one makes it there first. Go at half speed. It looks like with the added rear thrusters I put with the medium ones, it's going faster, and the small ones are going faster too. You see, this is more what I was expecting the first round, just replacing them, but I guess you have to go at like the same price point to get a similar result. But it seems like the small ones almost beat the medium ones for this round. I believe if I actually had changed out the same price point of thrusters for my cannon build or the wall build that I had been using earlier, I probably would have got the same result I got here, where the medium and the small like severely outnumbered the large ones. But of course I'd probably just use that extra money for something else on the ship, like extra crew, extra guns or something, or shields. I don't know, but anyways, so I believe that the medium and small thrusters is actually better to use than the big ones, but I don't know. You guys can tell me your experience in the game, if you guys use the big ones, small ones, or the medium ones, in a comment down below. You can just chat with me, or of course on my Discord. Anyways, if you guys like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Goodbye!